I didn't see that excitement. I didn't see him to even be excited. But I must do this video. Hi guys, hello everyone, you're welcome to the channel. Guys, on today's video, I'm Favor Napoleon, guys. I forgot the part. So on today's video, guys, I'm going to be sharing a few things I am going to miss about my dad. In case you are just watching this video and you didn't know I lost my dad. Yes, I lost my dad, and my dad has gone to be with the Lord. Most importantly, he gave his life to Christ, you know, a few years before he died. The last time I went to Nigeria, I had to rededicate him again, as in he should give his life, he should born again. I already did that before while I was growing up. You know, I was still in my 20s. You know, he gave his life to Christ, but I needed to be reassured or sure. I needed to be convinced, guys. So he had to give his life to Christ again. So guys, there are a few things I'm going to miss about my dad, and I'm going to be sharing those few things now. I wanted to number it, but this video is not scripted, so I'm just going to share as it comes. The first thing I'm going to miss about my dad is each time I go to visit my dad. You know, I actually experienced that when I went to Nigeria the last time. My dad couldn't walk anymore because he had to be using I don't know if I can be able to impute the video here. I don't know if I still have the video in my phone, but if I do, I'm going to put up the video here. He was walking with I can't remember the name of the thing now, so like a stroller, there's something they call it. So he couldn't walk anymore. But I remember while I go home, maybe I came from school, or I was living in a different city from my dad. I was living in Abuja, then my dad was living in Edo State. So each time I come from Abuja and I'm leaving, my dad will see me off to the junction, and the junction is so far. It's like 15 to 20 minutes walk. My dad will follow me to the junction. We would gist until I get a cab or a bus or whatever is taking me to the park. My dad will escort me to the junction, as in my escort. And as he's going, he's introducing me to people that already knows me, guys. He will stop us to us. We are going to pass like 30, 40 houses on this side and on this side. If there's anybody outside, my dad will say, hey, good morning. Yeah, I greet the person. How's everything? This is my daughter. She just came from, you know. So I'm going to miss that. But I will tell him, my dad, these people already knows me. Why are you still, you know, telling them, you know, they already know. He said, no, maybe they don't remember again, you know. So I'm going to miss that introduction part, him seeing me off to the junction each time I go see him. I'm really going to miss that. And secondly, my dad advises me a lot. My dad shares things with me. You know, a lot of things my dad has shared with me, that he just tells me stories, you know, wake me up early in the morning when I'm sleeping. My dad, that's the best time he talks. He doesn't sleep till 4 o'clock. So my dad wakes up by that time, and if you are still sleeping, he comes to your room, wake you up, and start telling you stories. Before, those stories didn't make sense to me, but now that I'm mature, I reflect on them. You know, he will tell me things like, then we used to have a lot of house help in the house. You know, he will tell me that I should not rely on this house help. That this house help, they are working for their future. I should also work for my future. You know, you tell me things like, whatever I'm doing now, because my mom is always sending me on errands, and I didn't like it. My mom can send you on 30, 40 errands in a day. You know, my dad will encourage me and tell me these errands are actually for my future. I should enjoy it while I do it. You know, later I will know the importance of it. Now I know the importance, and I'm also raising my children in that aspects, you know, to always solve problems. You know, that's what that thing is generally all about. When they are sending you, go and watch this, go and do this, they are teaching us how to solve problems. They were teaching me how to solve problems. I didn't know, but right now I'm a solution to my generation, to my world. So my dad would tell me that later in life I will know. So I really miss those adage he always gives. I miss those advices, those storytelling. I miss that about him. Then another thing, I miss so many things about my dad. And I've never seen my dad with dirty money before. Like, any money in my dad's hands is always clean and neat. I've never seen my dad without mint. M-I-N-T. His money are always mint, as in shiny money. You know, I'll miss seeing shiny money. Guys, if that makes sense. My dad, there are a lot of things I'm going to miss about my dad. I'm going to miss me sitting on his lap. I always sit on my dad's laps anytime I see him. And anytime I see my dad, he's always excited. He's always excited seeing me. And the last time I went home, I got to the house, I didn't see that excitement. I didn't see him to even be excited. Guys, I can't believe I'm crying. This is many months after my dad is gone, and I'm still crying, guys. But I must do this video. I must do this video. So guys, there's this excitement. There's this guys, there's this excitement that I always have. We always have. We both have. When we see ourselves, we are like babies. Guys, I am going to do this video. Even with these tears, I'll do it. So guys, now I'm back. So there's this excitement that my dad has when we see ourselves. We start acting like babies. So I'm going to miss that about him. Well, once we see ourselves, we are excited. You know, we just want to gist. We just forget about everything in the world. We want to gist, food. You know, I always love to serve my dad. When I'm around, I always want to give my dad food, serve him, you know. I'll really miss me when I'm around him. You know, the last time I went to Nigeria, I had to specially cook, you know, for him. And he was so happy. He ate the first plate. He ate the second one. And he told me he needed another one. And that made me so happy because it means he enjoyed the food. I'm just going to miss that about my dad. Because I'm crying now to now remember points. So that remember points, I'm going to miss anytime I send him money. He always call me and appreciate it. No matter how big or how small that might be, my dad will always give me a call and, you know, say words of prayers. Sometimes I'll tell him, please don't forget the prayer part. After I finish thanking me, I say, please don't forget the prayer part, you know. And he will start praying for me. And there's one prayer my dad always prayed that I will never forget. He will always say that you will never be attracted to something that will take your life. You will never love something that will take your life. You will never see something that will, as in, you will never, if it's a car now that wants to destroy someone, you will never buy that car. You will never be in that car. You know, I'm just trying to give instances. You know, that was one of his prayers. And that was one of the things I learned. Messages are just entering my phone, guys. So that was one of the things I learned about my dad. So that was one of the things I learned about my dad, you know, and I'm grateful to God I lived long. You know, people tend to say, your dad lived 110, his celebration is something that, you know, that's your dad, you know, people were like, your dad lived 110, he was old, mine didn't even get to 70, you know. I'll tell them that Even my dad was 350. We will still miss him because of his impact. My dad was an involved dad. He was not a shadow dad. He was, oh my God, how do I mute this thing, God? You know, my dad was an involved dad. He was not somebody that was a shadow dad that you don't see. No, he was involved in our affairs. If you want to get married, if you want to, you know, he's involved. He's an involved dad. And that was one of the things I really, really appreciated him for. I have so many things to remember my dad for, because I had a relationship with him, you know, and that is something I really, really appreciate. My dad is somebody I can talk to. He's somebody I can share my heart with. He's somebody I can ask for his advice and opinion. He's somebody I can call even when I don't feel like calling, you know. We had a very good relationship, but we had a very, very good relationship, and I'm grateful to God that he lived, you know, this far, 110, 110, and I miss him. And to all those who are grieving at this time, probably you've lost someone, you lost your job, you lost a child, you lost something that is so dear to you, or something more, maybe probably you think wasn't dear to you, and when the thing is gone, you find out how important, you know, it is, or it was, or that person was. It might even be a thing. It might be a gold, a earring, a diamond, something, a human being you must have lost at this time. You know, I want to say that God is with you, and God is the only one that can console you, because that was actually what happened when my dad died. You know, there were so many things I wanted to do for my dad. I had specific things I said I wanted to do, because I just relocated to a new country and I wanted to do some certain things for my dad once I settled down. And just in the midst of that, he left. I couldn't do those things. You know, my dad, I couldn't do those things for my dad, and those were the few things that really pained me, you know, after he died, because it was one of the dreams I had. You know, it was one of the, not dreams, it was actually one of the things I had in my heart. It was not something that is so huge, you know, maybe like I want to do a big, no, it was not really big, but those were the things I really wanted to do for him, you know, before he passed, and I couldn't do those things. So those were my pain, you know, because I wanted to really do those things while he was alive for him, you know, but I couldn't before he died. And I was planning to see him in July. We're planning to see him in July, myself and my siblings, to go and see him, spend time with him, and he died in February, you know. And what has happened has happened. I give God the glory. So guys, I thank God for the life he spent. Thank God for the people he spent it with, for the time and everything. And I'm back from his burial. Everything went well. We give God all the glory. So guys, that brings me to the end of the video. And before I round up, guys, if you have your parents, your mom, your dad still alive, please spend time with them. It is that time that really, really matters, you know. Spend time with them, learn all you can learn from them, love all the love you can give to them, and also draw from them the love you can also draw from them, feel from them, you know. Spending time with people we love is very important. I think that's one of my love language, guys. Spending time with me is so valuable. I love to spend time with my family, and when I'm there with you, I want to be present. You know, you can spend time with people and not be with them. But I want to be present. I think that's something that people who still have their parents, their dad, their mom with them, plan it, you know, to always go spend time with these people while they are alive, and take care of them financially is also very important. But the most important thing, guys, is really staying with these people a week, 2 weeks, spending time with them, cook with them, eat with them. Guys, you know, the most important part I love about spending time with the family It's where we have to just sit in the dining and eat together. And that was what I was really looking forward with doing with my dad, eating with him and my siblings. But we didn't have that this year, so we had to not eat without him. So bad. So guys, thank you so much. I've come to the end of this video. This video is not long. I've come to the end of the video, so I've resumed now. And I know you people have seen a lot of videos before this one, and I pray God give us the strength to keep uploading more and more. I'm going to be uploading videos every Thursday, and I pray I keep it up. So thank you so much guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.